Right, back in the shop, starting you out underneath the Plymouth today, where we've got the motor and transmission are sitting in the car on their own cross members now, bolted in. So I did have to cut a hole in the hump for the transmission to go. I'll go up top here in a minute and show that to you. But what I did is I just got a universal GM cross member for transmission and some adjustable brackets, and I was able to cut that down to width where I needed it. I drilled holes and put nut rivets or nut certs, rivet nuts, whatever you want to call them, and bolted that cross member in for the transmission. I basically did the same thing for the motor. But that is where she wants to live and gonna live. Now what I'll have to do is I'll have to measure for a drive shaft and see who I can get to do me a drive shaft up. And I'll have to work on, I don't know if you can see, that's right there, that is the steering box that I cut out and it's just hanging. Excuse me. Still been battling a sickness a little bit. Anyway, I've just got the old steering box is just hanging. The next project will be to knock the tie rod ends loose on either side and see if I can mount a rack and pinion up in there. But yeah, the motor and transmission are sitting in the car on their own mounts, bolted in. Of course, they'll all have to come back out because I will have to put I don't even have the torque converter in the transmission right now. I just did this to get everything mocked in place. So everything will have to come back out and get spruced up a little bit. I have noticed, I can't really show you too good, but there's an ear that sticks off the side of the transmission right there on both sides. They will have to get cut off because they're going to be right in the way of the exhaust. So I'll have to do that when I have the transmission back out. But yeah, she's in there. So let me get up top here and I'll show you what the inside looks like. All right, now we're in the inside of the car. I'm going to have to trim up here just a little bit more because transmission is kind of up against that a little bit. So I'll have to cut that out just a little bit more up there. And I cut far enough back because I have a floor shift that's going to mount to the top of the transmission. So I'll need room for all that mechanism. So I may have to do a little more cutting yet on the hump. But that's okay. I can redo that. No big deal. But yeah, that's what we've got there. And like I say, we've got the motors all mounted in there. So she's pretty well where she's going to live. No two ways about it. So like I said, motor and transmission still all got to come back out. But I want to try and get everything possible mocked up that needs to be mocked up. And in that way, I should only have to do this once and not multiple times. But anyway, that's going to be it for now. Until next time.